here.
Okay.
Tell me your name and your affiliation, please.
Yeah, my name is David Flores, and I am the Baltimore Harbor Waterkeeper with the organization Blue Water Baltimore.
Great. So tell me about why we're next to this manhole cover here.
So we're taking a look today at the issue of sewage pollution in Baltimore, in particular in our streams and rivers. And this right here is a sewer manhole structure. It's part of the sanitary sewer infrastructure. And what caught my eye here with this manhole structure is the lid here is dislodged.
Yeah.
And we can see some wastewater debris around the rim. That's a really good indication that there was a sewer overflow here not too long ago. I think the last time I was out here was a couple months ago, so sometime in the past couple of months. And you can see here you've got like flushable wipes over there. You have a female sanitary napkin. I mean, real telltale physical evidence of sewage.
What's the reason for this coming out? Somehow the pipes were overwhelmed?
Right, so during wet weather in particular here in Baltimore, we have a problem with our pipes where stormwater infiltrate into the pipes through cracks and breaks, and then that added stormwater along with the sewage will overwhelm the capacity of the pipe system and cause the system to surcharge or overflow. Oftentimes, the portions of the infrastructure that are sort of really subject to that overflow are the pipes that lay in our streams and rivers that are lowest in the landscape. That's where the largest pipes are, but that's also where the pipes are that receive the most flow. And so we'll have really massive overflows right on our streams and rivers during large storm events.
So one reason these sewer pipes are compromised is just age and time. I mean, is that a big reason we're seeing this?
Yeah, I would say there's probably two reasons why we have these sewer overflows. The first largest issue is the decrepitude of the pipes infrastructure. You have so many cracks and breaks that so much stormwater is able to infiltrate into the system during these storm events and overwhelm the capacity. But additionally, there are undoubtedly portions of the infrastructure that just don't have the capacity as designed for the amount of people that are basically using the system.
Yeah, okay. So look to your left, if you would, at this body of water here. Tell me the name of the body of water and the evidence you see that this sewer system overflow is affecting the waterways.
Well, this is the Gwynn's Run. It's a stream that is a tributary to the Gwynns Falls River, which is one of our three large river systems here in Baltimore City. You can see a lot of trash and debris pollution. That's a really good indication of stormwater and obviously littering in the watershed that contributes to this stream. This is not from folks walking down to the stream here and throwing trash into the stream. It's from stormwater outfalls that convey the litter from our city streets right to our waterways. There actually isn't really terrific evidence today on a day like this of sewage contamination because of the rain. There's so much stormwater in the stream, it's sort of got a flow that's double the rate than normal during dry weather. If we were here during dry weather, what you might see is sort of a cloudy, grayish flow that smells very strongly of sewage. So you'll have that physical and olfactory evidence.
Well, we're smelling a little of it now, even though it's diluted, yeah?
Actually, that smell is creosote from the train right-of-way that's not far from us here.
I see.
We're pretty sure of that. But we'll smell sewage later today, probably.
Okay. When you then put this water, you take a sample and you put it in the lab.
Right.
Generally, what do you find as far as fecal matter and other evidence of the sewage system?
Right, yeah. This stream is probably the worst example of the problem of sewage contamination in our city, and especially during dry weather. At the top of this stream is a big stormwater outfall that discharges what is a stream that's underground for most of its length here in West Baltimore. And when we sample here at the outfall, we sample a little bit further downstream on this stretch, where we find are really high levels of fecal bacteria. It's a really great indication of the level of human sewage contamination, obviously. That's a lot of fecal bacteria. It's not coming from rats. It's not coming from cats and dogs exclusively. I think in large part it's coming from human sewage contamination. And we see levels that are really shockingly high, even during dry weather, that are even several orders of magnitude greater than really the weakest standards we have here in the state for human contact. So this is water that you do not want to touch because it's very contaminated.
And Baltimore is, of course, a port city and a harbor city. What are the implications for the harbor, the health of the harbor?
Yeah, well, the implications ecologically are that you have this really nutrient-rich sewage that ends up being discharged into our harbor. It's an estuarine system. It's a tidal river. And the nutrients will stay in place there for a period of time, and particularly during the summer when it's warm, algae will feed on this nutrient-rich environment and create these algae blooms. And you have these crazy algae blooms, it's bright green or bright red in the harbor.
Like we saw in Toledo, Ohio
exactly.
last year.
That's a freshwater algae bloom, but similar,
oh, right.
yeah, similar,
okay.
Sort of very, very stark effect. And then the result is that sometimes you have toxic algae that'll kill fish, or the algae will die and be decomposed by bacteria that rapidly use up all the oxygen in the water, and then you have sometimes massive fish kills in the harbor. So the result is that we often see maybe one or several fish kills in the harbor each summer, as well as several algae blooms. Additionally, the impact you have is to recreationalists on the harbor. People that go kayaking or boating or fishing, they are at risk for waterborne diseases coming into contact with the water, and people get staph infections or they can contract cryptosporidium, things of that nature. So there's a human health impact as well. And then I think you have additionally even aesthetic impacts. It's sort of just public perception. People I've spoken to who own boats that they have down on the harbor are really concerned about the sewage. They think it's fouled the water because of it. And so probably without a doubt there's an economic impact there as well.
Great. David, thank you.
Yeah.